comes a time in an individual's life when they meet their one true love. Their companion, the person that's going to love them the rest of their life. That moment came for John 25 years ago when he met me.
God help us all.
For those who don't know me, I'm Robert, John's younger brother. Before I get to the juicy stuff, I just want to thank Mr. Carter, who's not here right now. Ms. Carter, Bill and Susan for raising such a wonderful and beautiful daughter, Kate. I have one thing to say to the bridesmaids. Y'all look gorgeous tonight. Also, Ryan and I are single, so...
Hi.
Mom, Dad, I'd like to apologize to you for the rest of this 10 minutes. Finally, I want to clear some confusion up. A best man is supposed to be a friend that will always be there for you through thick and thin. The person who's got your back no matter what. The one individual you can call before anybody else if you're ever in trouble. The friend you can talk to anybody about, or anything about. Yeah, I have, and I will always be here for John. But when it came to the qualifications for best man, my dad, Pat Baker, blew me out of the water. After months of shocked reactions from friends and family, as to why I wasn't picked as best man, I just want to say no one should be shocked. John made one of the best decisions ever in picking myself. And I just want to give him the ring bearer pin because I gave Wells the best man. Make that switcheroo tomorrow. With that being said, it brings a great deal of excitement and a small case of the goose pimples to be standing in front of you tonight representing the category for Best Man Runner-Up. When I informed John that I'd be giving a speech at his rehearsal dinner, he made it clear the events that I was banned from speaking about. These dates included, but were not limited to, the Lido Inn with Russell in 2000, John's first middle school kiss with Sharon Johnson,
Where is that girl?
who actually just recently recovered from surgery and now goes by the name Mr. Sharon Sullivan's Wharf between 11:15 and 11:23 p.m. June 8th, 2003. Hampton, Sydney, 2003, 4, 5, and 6. Thomas, our first cousin, John and I's 4-mile walk back to the River House at 4 a.m. July 4th, 2005. And of course, the Bachelor weekend in 2012. Now, after listening to Senator Carson's speech and everybody else's speech about how Kate's more of a couch type of gal, usually the best man speech, or in my case, best man runner-up speech, involves embarrassing That's not the case in my speech. I do want to point out, though, the day that I realized John and Kate were perfect for each other. As many of you know, John lived with me the summer that he was studying for the bar at Newport News. One day that summer, John texted me while I was at work and said that Kate was coming to visit and that I needed to find something to do that. Y'all listen to the story. He had a romantic evening planned for Kate. Just wait. So the immature college student as I was like, all right, I'm having a party at the house. He's taking Kate out to dinner. I show up home with the 24-pack in hand, thinking John's out to dinner with Kate, and I open the bedroom, or the... I opened the front door to find John and Kate eating dinner, drinking wine, watching Fox News. This is when I realized that John had found the perfect woman. A girl whose idea of a perfect night was watching Fox News and eating a romantic dinner. Now let's get to the juicy stuff. For the past 10 years, I've been conducting a secret study on John's life. My main goal of this speech is to share with you evidence which suggests the doctors were wrong in selecting John's gender July 3rd. Due to time constraints, I'm only going to share with you 4 pieces of evidence that's crucial to this scientific study. Evidence piece number 1. My first and most crucial piece of evidence was presented by my current roommates, my mother and father. They informed me that the doctor had an incredibly hard time locating his addiction. They had such a tough time that they declared that day, July 3rd, 1984, TWT, short for Teeny Weeny Tuesday.
It's all on film.
In the spring of 2001, John broke his foot playing basketball. He was put into a blue cast for 6 weeks. I came home from school one day to find my brother, my mom and dad arguing over his refusal to go to prom unless they took him to the doctor to change his cast color to black. His explanation behind this temper tantrum was, and I quote, "The blue cast does not match my tuxedo." People are going to think I look tacky if they don't change it. Evidence piece number 3. The average male showers shower time, 2000 to 2008, 38 minutes and 45 seconds. John single-handedly has used up all the hot water in the entire house so many times that if you combined all that water and poured it on the continent of Antarctica, it would melt in a matter of minutes. Evidence piece number 4. Since John started college, and it didn't matter what the occasion was, John always had some sort of high-priced cheese tray when his guests came over to his abode. By no means am I hinting it's wrong to have a tasty snack when your guests come over. My point of this piece of evidence is, when it comes to cheeses, the ordinary man can't name more than 6 to 7, including but not limited to Cheese Whiz, Cheez-Its, string cheese, and the fine cheese you spread with a red plastic stick. Now, this is the exact opposite in John's case. It's scary the different types of cheeses he's presented to his guests over the years. So scary that John has actually become a cheese connoisseur in 3 different states. I know some of you are wondering if you have to pass some sort of test to be certified. The answer is yes, and John pays dues in 2 of those states. I feel I've presented enough evidence to y'all today to help you, at the very least, ponder as to whether the doctors made the right decision.
TWT.
In closing, I would like to read you a poem that I found in John's dresser, written to Kate, that he was going to read on the day of her proposal, like when he was going to propose to her, he was going to read to her. John, don't shake your head. I found it. The poem is entitled "My One True Love, Kate." And when I say I, it's referring to John as an I, John. Okay. I always knew that love would come to find me someday, but I never knew that it would be you that was heading my way. It isn't finding the perfect person, but learning to see an imperfect person perfectly. We all have our flaws, but when I look at you through your eyes, perfection is all I see. Through my eyes, yeah. If there's one thing I do know, it's you're my one true love, a treasure in my heart that I've always dreamed of. I know I don't need to prove my feelings to know that they're true, because what I've known in my past doesn't come close to the experiences I've shared with you. I want to give you nothing but the best, but before we make this forever, I need to get this off my chest. Kate, what I'm about to tell you will probably make you hurl. The doctors were wrong, I'm really a girl.